Hey guys, so there's a bunch of chips that we find in Southeast Asia that you don't really find in the rest of the world, in the US, in India. And so we decided to show, do a review of these flavors and see what they're like. And maybe we'll do a scale of how unusual they are to how tasty they are. Make it a little nerdy.
Cool.
Cool.
Let's start.
Let's start.
So our first one is cucumber flavored chips. So I've actually had, this is one of the only chips out of the bunch that I've already had
Oh, really?
a few months ago.
Okay.
It tastes like sadness.
It tastes like cucumbers.
It tastes like cucumbers, so it's like disgusting.
I like cucumbers, but yeah, I don't know if I like. It's like
If you want to eat cucumbers, eat cucumbers.
it's like sour cream and onion with cucumbers. So, but I love sour cream and onion, but I don't know if I like the cucumber with it. I love cucumbers and I love sour cream and onion. I don't know if I want them all in a chip together.
I don't understand why you just wouldn't eat a cucumber.
Right.
I wouldn't say that it's unusual.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is something that you can find, I'm sure, in like Whole Foods
Or like Trader Joe's
or Trader Joe's. Like, I'm pretty sure this is everywhere in California. Cucumber chips, avocado chips, Bernie Sanders chips. Like, yeah. If you want all the flavors of a salad, but none of the health benefits of a salad, cucumber chips are for you.
Cool.
So I would say it's a 1 on flavor. It's kind of gross.
Yeah.
And I would say it's not that unusual, so it's probably like a 9 on the scale of unusualness.
The scale goes from 0 to 10, where 0 is not unusual at all, and 10 is really unusual. We never explained the scale, how the scale works. Sorry. So yeah, so if it's not unusual, it's closer to 0. If it's unusual, really unusual, then it's a 10.
So it's like a 1. Oh God. Scale's so stupid. I'm just gonna do like a yes, no, meh scale.
Okay.
Like, this is too much math.
Okay, I'll do the scale and you can do a yeah, meh, or nah.
Whatever. This is like a no for me.
Cool. I think for me, this is on an unusual scale. It's maybe like a 2 because it's not very unusual, and on the taste, it's like maybe a 1. All right, what do we have next?
Next, we have the Italian red meat flavor.
So what's the difference between Italian red meat and regular red meat?
I would assume that this is like, they mean kind of like a bolognese sauce.
Okay. So it's not the red meat that's Italian, it's the flavor.
Yeah. So it's like a tomato pasty. I by the way, I hate people who open chip bags like this.
And you just did the same?
I mean,
We can never close it up now. You have to eat this whole thing after we're done. I don't know how I feel about that.
like, it just tastes like a tomato sauce with basil on a chip.
Wow. That is way more detailed than I could go. Like, my taste buds are nowhere as developed. Like,
You've never had basil?
I've had, but I can't taste basil on chips. Like,
Do you know what basil tastes like?
I think so.
What does basil taste like?
Like basil. Like, I just realized I should not be doing a food review. Like, I love eating food, but I'm no good at describing it.
Do you think in Italy, they would just call this the red meat flavor? Because in China, barbecue is called Texas barbecue flavor.
But they do that in the US as well. But maybe not in Texas, I don't know. But in the US, they do have a Texas barbecue flavor, I think.
So, people from Texas, are your chips called Texan barbecue flavor?
Or just barbecue flavor. Let us know.
I'd say this is in between a meh and a yay. It's like a yay.
Yeah, for me, I would say this is not very unusual. Maybe just like a 1 on the unusual scale, and probably like a solid 4. Right. So the next one we have is the Numb and Spicy Hot Pot flavor, and there's a picture of nice hot pot on it.
I love hot pot.
We both love hot pot. Right.
It's like the holy grail of chili.
When they say Numb and Spicy Hot Pot flavor, they should just call it like Numb and Spicy Peppercorn flavor. There's not really no hot pottiness to it. Like-
Peppercorn is like the part of the hot pot where you don't want to take a bite of.
Right.
Like you like the flavor of it, but you don't want to like bite into it.
Yeah, it's like it's got the numbness of the hot pot, but like this does no justice to what an amazing hot pot is. Like it's one of my favorite things in China.
It's an insult upon hot pots.
Definitely. I guess looking at it from an unusual level, it's fairly unusual. Maybe like a 6.5, but taste
I
wise,
don't really understand how your unusual scale works. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. Like
Exactly.
why is the hot pot thing this
cause like
low on the unusual scale, and then like I don't know, the red meat is like so.
no, this is higher on the unusual scale than red meat.
How is this any weirder than the red meat?
Cause like I'm looking at it from like a non-Southeast Asian perspective.
This is a pasta sauce that they've made into a chip.
Right. I don't know. My unusualness is just from like
From his ass that he just pulled out of his ass.
I don't know. That's it's my scale, okay?
Alright, sorry. It's your scale.
It's
Do
my
what you
scale.
want
Can
with
you
it.
please let my scale
Do
just
what you
be-
want with it.
Like, do I tell you why do you have a nah, meh, or yeah scale? Like, no. Just let my scale be.
Alright, so the next one we have is from Lay's as well. This is the grilled eel flavor.
This is gonna be interesting.
I love grilled eel on sushi.
Also, did you know that eel sauce doesn't really have eel in it?
Oh, it stinks.
Smells like fish.
Yeah. Like a fish market.
I am. Oh man. This is the only chip I'm eating for this. It tastes like bad fish.
It tastes like eel, but it doesn't match with the chip.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is gross.
It is.
This is a no. I would rank this worse than the cucumber chip.
So it's like 0 in taste.
Let's put like a
Negative? Can we go into negatives?
yeah. Let's put 0 for this guy, taste wise.
And how unusual is this?
It's pretty weird. I
Yeah.
think someone at Lay's in China was just like, we really like eels on sushi. We really like chips. Let's put the two together.
And they never went to anyone, asked for any permission. They're like, let's just put this in production. Never got any feedback, I think.
It's gross.
Yeah. And it's pretty unusual, right? So maybe like an 8 on the unusual scale.
Sure.
Yeah. That's fine. Yeah. I don't think I'd ever buy this ever.
No, I think we're probably gonna throw that one away.
Yeah, I'm not even having another chip of that. So next is Cuttlefish flavored crackers, and these are not really chips, but something different. So
What is like a cuttlefish? Is it like a squid?
at least that's what the picture here looks like. It looks kind of like a squid. Ready?
I don't know what it smells like.
It smells a little fishy. Yeah. These aren't really chips, but we still decided to do it. They made it look like octopus or squid legs. And I don't know, besides the
Squid legs?
cuttlefish. Sorry.
What? How are these legs?
What are they supposed to be?
These look nothing like legs.
No, like the tentacles or whatever.
Squid doesn't have tentacles.
What are these things?
Cuttlefish.
No, but what are these? Yeah, what are those thingies?
But it doesn't have tentacles, right?
I don't know
Why
what.
don't you look this up?
Yeah,
Only octopuses have tentacles.
Okay, let's just say octopus. They look like octopus tentacles or something like that.
No, they don't.
I think they do. But anyways, they don't really taste like cuttlefish. They just taste like a regular tomato flavor.
It's like a It's not that great, but it's not gross either.
Yeah. Yeah, like the name is unusual, but there's nothing really unusual about the flavor itself.
It doesn't
it's a very,
taste like squid either.
Yeah, it's a very familiar flavor with a weird name on top of it. So I'd say maybe this is like a unusual name. So let's say maybe like a 5 on the unusual scale. And taste wise, it's also maybe like a 5.
It's like a meh for me.
It's meh. Alright.
So, our next one, it doesn't have English, but the Chinese, it translates loosely into white grape soda flavor. So, I don't know. I've never had a grape soda.
Grape soda.
I guess white grape, they would mean like green grape.
I don't even know what white. Yeah, the picture looks like green grape, but I have no idea what white grape is. Do you know what white grape is?
Green grapes.
Green grape.
Okay. Oh, it smells like grapes.
It tastes really. It smells sweet. It smells really sweet.
Ugh, none of these are really that great so far.
It feels like I'm eating a crunchy gummy bear.
Oh, it has a very. You know what it tastes like? It tastes like a really shitty mojito that the bartender has added a ton of sugar.
And then made into a chip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Like, I love this flavor in a gummy bear. Like, if this was soft and chewy, that would be amazing. But I'm not sure if I like it in a chip. It's enough for you, right?
It's enough for me.
Yeah. I would say on my scale, this is quite unusual. Maybe like a 7. But taste wise, I'd give it maybe like a 1.5. Yeah.
They also had like different flavors of like the. What is this thing called again? Soda chip things.
Oh, really?
So they had like strawberries. They had like lychee ones. But I only got one of these.
I think they would all probably taste similar. It
Similar.
would basically be like eating a gummy bear of that flavor.
Right.
But in a chip form.
Right, and it's super sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess if you like something sweet, then maybe people might like it. But I don't think we like it that much. Bye-bye. Alright, so next up we have Mexican chicken tomato flavor. What is a Mexican chicken?
It's a chicken from Mexico.
Lame.
It just tastes like tomato chips. I don't really taste the chickenness of it.
Right, or the Mexicanness of it. It just, yeah, you could have named this just tomato flavored chips and I wouldn't know the difference. Which is the regular Lay's tomato flavor?
It's called Lay's tomato flavor.
Alright, so I think on my scale it's probably unusual, maybe like a 3, and flavor is maybe like a 5. Like pretty average flavor, right?
This is like a meh. Fried crab flavor.
I love fried crab, but I think you're much stronger than me.
This one also smells very fishy. So I don't know if this is a good sign.
Is it garlic that we smell?
No, it's crabbiness.
This really tastes like crabs.
It really tastes like crab.
Like this is one. I think one of the first thing where the description really matches
the flavor.
the flavor. Like this tastes like fried crab. I think for me this is like high on the unusual end taste scale. I'd say it's maybe like a 6.5 on the taste, maybe like a 7 on the unusualness.
I feel like maybe I don't like any of the chips so far. Is because I'm just a basic bitch. Like I love my sour cream and onion.
Ooh.
I love my barbecue.
Yes.
I love like the flaming hot Cheetos.
Ooh.
And I'm a basic bitch and I can't handle any of these.
Do we need to like bleep you out?
If you want.
We're gonna bleep her out. Next up, spicy crayfish. And
so what is the difference between a crayfish and a crawfish?
I think they're the same. I think in China they're called by 2 different names. It's like a boring enough.
Oh, it smells nice.
It
smells like a hot pot. It smells more like a hot pot than a hot pot flavor.
It does. It does. I think this really tastes like crayfish or crawfish, and it's spicy. I like the smell as well. It's appealing to me.
What that means? What the hell does that mean?
Like the smell makes me want to eat this.
Okay.
Like.
I mean, it smells like fish.
Yeah.
I don't know if fish has a particularly pleasant smell.
But this is like the pleasant fish smell.
Sure.
For me, unusualness, because I would say maybe this is like a 7 on the unusualness, and this is like a 7.5 on the taste. Alright, next up we have grilled squid flavor. And I like grilled squid.
Ugh, it's super salty.
But does it taste like grilled squid to you?
I don't know, it just tastes like a hint of paprika with salt.
It's not the best representation of what grilled squid shop how can be, but like if you were in the States and you couldn't get good grilled squid shop how.
Shao Kao is Chinese barbecue, by the way.
Oh yeah. Thanks for explaining that. Then I think I might get this. For me, I would say this is maybe on the unusualness. It's like maybe a 7. Decently unusual. And flavor wise, I would say it's maybe like a 3.5. So I guess it's a no for me as well.
This is stewed beef noodle flavor.
I'm not sure what it smells like. They're just made.
It tastes like the flavoring packet from the instant ramen.
Alright.
It's like a meh.
Also, it's like a 5 on the unusualness. It's not that unusual. 3 on the flavor.
Sure.
Yeah. It's alright. Bye bye.
Next we have the Korean kimchi flavor chip.
Ooh.
I hate kimchi with a passion. Sorry to all the Koreans out there. I don't know, it's just I've just never liked the flavor.
Yeah.
Like the 8 days that I was in Korea, all I ate were like burgers and pizza. I did try food. I did try Korean food, but after like 4 meals with just like consistent kimchi and everything, I just gave up.
You're exactly what we want people not to be when they go to like foreign lands. Then you're like, try the food there.
But I didn't try Korean food. Like for the first 2 days, I tried a bunch of Korean foods. But like you would find kimchi in everything. And so like if you hate kimchi, then you're just kind of... Well, it doesn't smell like kimchi.
It just smells like chips.
Is it me or does it just taste like barbecue chips?
Yeah, it's like a little sweet. It's got that hint of sweetness to it, like the barbecue flavor. And yeah, I think you're right.
But the thing is, the flavor doesn't match up with the name.
Right.
Like, I like this. I like the flavor of it.
Yeah.
But I never would have bought it.
Don't judge a chip by its cover.
Or its flavor name.
Or its flavor name. Moral of the story. Unusual name, but not an unusual flavor. So I'm gonna take an average, call it like a 5. And flavor wise, I'd say it's a good 7, 7.5.
Yeah, it tastes like barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhat disappointing. I was hoping to find like a lot more flavors that I liked. But most of these were just really gross.
Right. A lot of them, the flavor didn't really match up to their names. Some of them in a good way, some of them in a bad way. If you had to pick one from everything that we've done, one of your favorite ones and something that you would never ever grab again, which one do you pick?
I would say the eel one is really, really gross.
Agreed.
Like, I don't know, eel on sushi is so amazing, but this is just gross. This is really bad.
Yeah, like this, I would pick the same one. Like, this is the flavor I am never getting again. Like, I could be starving and I probably won't eat this.
And I don't know. And then there's like the cucumber chip, the entire concept of like having something that is just super fun to snack on, chips, and then just like ruining it with something healthy like cucumbers. It's just the concept of it. I will not stand for this, and I boycott against this.
Are you gonna write Lay's an angry letter?
I'm gonna write Lay's an angry letter. Just call me Karen. I want to speak to a manager about this.
If I had to pick one that was most representative of what the name says, I think it's the fried crab. This is probably most authentic to its name, and it tasted nice as well. But I don't know if any of these I would really go out and be like, oh, I love these chips.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm gonna stick with my basic bitch barbecue and sour cream and onion.
Sour cream and onion.
So just call me basic bitch Karen.
Basic bitch Kelly. So should we do like if you like this video, share it, subscribe to our channel, follow our social media pages. Should we do something like that?
Oh, everybody does that.
So should we do like reverse psychology where we're like, don't follow anything, don't do anything?
That's so cringy.
So what should we do then?
Nothing.
Oh, well, okay. Cool.